Bane Cat.
You're listening to the Reachcast Show, your weekly stop for the latest and greatest in the PlanetSide 2 universe and its community.
What's up, everybody? It's March 31st. You're listening to episode 79 of the Reachcast Show. Proud members of AGNM Podcast Networks. I am your host, Torx, the Amazing. With me tonight, co-hosts, Man in Blue Knox.
Reachcat.
And Zombie Danger.
Back from the dead, they can't keep me in the grave.
Can't do it. It's like Rob Zombie. Tonight, we are brought to you by upgraded bitch named Reachcat. And also, great listeners like you. Via the Support the Show tab on our fabulous site, reachcatshow.com, where you can help support a show that does this every week for you guys. This week, we have many things in store for you. First off, from our sponsors.
If you would like us to continue, upgrade to premium membership now.
I'm going to get these mosquitoes in the air and rain down some hellfires on those foods. Oh no! What the f***? I should have listened to the Reachcast patch notes.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right, first up this week, we're going to talk about the March 27th patch, and I'll apologize to for my voice right off the bat. I am still battling the cough at the end of this nasty cold, so if I go quiet at times, it's just me hacking up a lung in the background. So first off, March 27th patch, we got kicked off by adding the members-only double experience weekend, which I played the shit out of, and I believe you did too, Adam, right?
I played on the Friday and Saturday evenings a little bit. Yeah.
I played nonstop all weekend, and the sales were amazing as well on top of that. I mean, the first day you got infantry gear half off and vehicle weapons half off. That was on Friday, and that included all player studio items, which was freaking amazing. Of course, Arctorn's in the channel, and I feel bad because it was probably a lot of his stuff that was half off.
What does Arctorn do? Does he make helmets? I heard they're horrible.
I almost bought the Esper helmet, and then I stopped myself.
Is that the horrible fish dome one that he made?
Yeah. The one that Tom likes and I hate.
I love you.
I liked it.
So then on Saturday, you got 50% off vehicle gear and 50% off infantry weapons. So really any weapon or item that you wanted in-game, you could have gotten for half off this weekend. And I really didn't take advantage of it as much as I wanted to. And finally, yesterday it was half off camo, which I was like, why would I wear any other camo except for my SOE Live camo? Let's be honest here. Oh, and my St. Patrick's Day camo. I'm wearing that now, too, on some of my characters.
St. Patrick's Day camo.
I really like the Shamrock camo.
God.
It's just me. I don't know. I like to wear the SOE Live camo on my character, and then all my guns now get the Shamrock camo. Now that when you buy one camo, you get it across all, vehicle, weapon, and character.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing lately. So I've got the bright yellow SOE Live camo and then green on the gun. Somebody said I looked like a St. Patrick's Day reject or something because I was so nasty and green.
Nice.
Green and yellow. So now I look like a moldy banana, like in the leaves or something. I don't know.
A moldy banana in the leaves.
Something you just put duct tape around yourself and walk into a dumpster and then walk back out.
That's exactly what it is. So next up listed in the patch notes, and it's something they've been doing for a few weeks now, is including status regarding the major issues. So when this patch dropped, the biggest major issues status issues that they had outstanding were the input latency fix. They were looking for feedbacks on it. And there was an area desync fix that they were also monitoring results on live. But this gets updated weekly. And I mean, they're talking about server crashes that they fix, hit detection inconsistencies, input latency with the mouse, which I know Higby tweeted today that they'd put something in for that. Area desyncing, VoIP inconsistency, crashes, including the infamous NVIDIA graphics driver crash, which I upgraded to a goddamn brand new video card and then getting black screen crashes constantly.
You enjoying that?
I'm
hating that shit too. It's driving me insane.
Using the brand new drivers for that. I mean, who do I slap for this? I'm
NVIDIA.
Ready.
This has been happening for a month, you worthless bastards. Fix this shit yet.
We had such a long time of it working, and as soon as Danger gets an NVIDIA card,
just got an NVIDIA card. For you, Adam, go download the display driver uninstaller on NVIDIA's website, and then roll back to 332.21.
332.21.
Yeah, once I did that, it took care of all my issues. My only complaint now is that Shadowplay doesn't load with consistency.
Yeah, Shadowplay's broken for me too. I wish these worthless pieces of shit would just fix their drivers. So
Shadowplay, the issue is you need to be in full screen mode. You can't be in full screen windowed.
Oh, that's why it freaks out every time I try to start it up.
Yeah,
that's you.
I figured that one out, and I really like Shadowplay. Shadowplay records your gameplay in the background, and you can set it to 5, 10, 20 minutes and it doesn't affect your gameplay too much while it's going, and then bam, you can just if you do, it's like Alt F10, it saves that last X number of minutes to your video folder, and then you can go in and edit it later. If you never press Alt F10, it never, downloads or saves any of the video that it's running in the background. It's actually pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess
Shadowplay cast.
That's my long-winded members double XP and major issue status. But yeah, if you're experiencing issues in the game, look towards those patch notes because there is a link within them to the major issues that they're experiencing on live with that given week. And now I'm going to mute myself while I hack up a lung and pass it off to Knox.
All right, so mission phase 1 is in. There's 2 types of missions which are automatically created. It's attack and defend missions. And so that's basically like the thing that you paid certs for now becoming automated.
I hate the mission system.
Yeah. It automatically gives them to you when you're near attacking or defending targets, and the defensive ones are assigned if like large numbers of enemy forces are going after a vulnerable base and stuff.
Yeah, it works. I mean, I see when I'm going towards a base, it tells me to attack that one. When the base behind me is getting overrun, it pops up and tells me to go back to that. But I already know what I'm doing. I want the option to turn that off.
You know what else works? Chamber pots. Chamber pots work. And this is equivalent. Anyways, go ahead, Tom.
No, I guess, I mean, the way I haven't played yet with it because I've been crazy busy. And that's...
Don't make excuses to us, the listeners.
I am making excuses because I haven't had a breath of air. But
where's our Reach Cat?
I'm telling you, I haven't had any time. I have had 0 time. My sister's leaving town. Anyways, I'm not fucking... All right.
Can't arrive.
You're interrupting me and it's throwing me off. I can't remember what I was talking about. Mission systems. To me, it makes sense that it'd be annoying to you. And I agree. You should be able to turn it off.
Even more annoying is to the person who was playing in a Mag Rider and was straddling 3 different geographical zones at the same time and getting 3 different mission assignments pinging every 5 seconds at him. Apparently because of that person, they upped it to a 30-second time frame rather than whatever it was at.
That's funny.
My goodness.
And he's like, I had no idea I was straddling 3 different geographic zones in my Mag Rider. I guess Malorn actually pulled that guy's events from the day to see what the hell was going on because it shouldn't be working that way.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to experience it, but I can see. But you got to admit, it's going to be better for players who don't know what they're doing.
I do think if you're a brand new player to PlanetSide 2, that it will tell you what it wouldn't be bad.
I think it's a step in the direction what we were talking about for new player experience. I mean, granted, it's no, whatever that new EA game intro is, but it's good.
You know what? I'm thinking I don't know. You know what I'm thinking is I wonder if they could, as they release more mission types, like in the options, rather than turning all missions off or on, you could like turn off and on specific types. So as you get used to them, yeah, you could say, oh, I don't want to do these today or something. And then you could even track like what types of missions most people enjoy and try and design more missions in the future that are similar in nature.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh man, I'm helping them out.
You are a smart man.
All right. That's all I got, I think. Oh, players and vehicles. They get the same mission assignment and squad people. That's next. That's not me.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about squads and missions, guys. Let's talk about them. Squads. Players in squads always inherit their squad leader's mission. He is more important than you. You will follow his actions and you will do what he says. The rules for squad leader mission assignments are the same, as players are not in a squad. So eat it. Mission rewards. Players in a squad that are in an area of their squad's mission will receive a 15% experience bonus for staying together, playing as a team, being good PlanetSiders.
That is the one good thing with the mission system that I can talk about right now. That 15% bonus.
Is it affecting all your decision making?
No, but when I'm playing in a squad, I will make sure to stay closer towards. Well, when I'm playing with Black Arrows, you play with them.
You're always together, anyways.
They're tight on top of each other the entire time, anyway.
Unless you're like me and you get distracted by something.
Black Arrows are pretty tight on top of each other. I'll agree. There's currently no reward.
Yeah, Black Arrows are pretty tight
on top of each other. Completing a mission for this phase of the system, there's no reward for completing a mission for this phase of the system.
Which is kind of too bad.
So when you complete it, it's like, cool, it's done. Here's your next one.
Later.
Base behind you.
Eventually, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be coming later.
Before we go forward with our notes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to get a word from our sponsors.
If you would like us to continue, upgrade to premium membership now.
I'm watching our PayPal account right now. Let me refresh it. Oh, nice. Somebody just donated. Sweet. We can go on. All right. Next up, UI changes. The mission information panel is now above the mini-map in your HUD. So if you are in a target facility area, the direction and distance indicator is replaced by capture point status and progress. Also, if the player's target mission is on another continent, and this is really only going to happen if you're in a squad, the direction and distance is replaced by the continent name. Mission waypoints will always direct players to the currently assigned facility mission, and the mission waypoint will be hidden while the player is in the facility area of the target facility's mission. So, cool. Yeah, again, these are real. The biggest difference there is when you're in a squad, you could get a mission on a completely different location in a different continent than you might expect.
Congratulations, your squad is not going here.
Well, one person in Celestria says it screws squads to split up 6x6. If you got 6 people doing one thing, fire teams doing one thing, that they might be getting a different mission, and then therefore they could be missing out on that 15% experience bonus, which is kind of too bad.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
Should we talk about Adam's favorite thing?
The death screen? His favorite thing in the whole game?
My new favorite thing in the entire game. That's right.
So they made some minor modifications to polish the layout, and the personal stats now appear on the suicide screen. Live stats now stay with the session stats panel. Previously, they were transitioning out too quickly to be perceived. And messaging has been added to let you know when you're being revived. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I wonder what that looks like, because I have no idea.
I didn't know.
Do you even know what the death screen looks like? Or you just have a KD? Do you have a KD every time you get out? It's like perfect KD the entire time, and you just log off. So is that what happens with you?
Looks like.
I noticed.
I was saying, I wonder what the revive thing looks like, because I haven't played since the messaging has been added.
It's just saying that you're being revived by someone.
I like this. Text may include seriously again. How many times is this? Is that true?
No.
Oh.
It just says being revived by X, you know. Before you didn't, it was in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You'd see you were getting revived by somebody. Now it's right in the middle of your screen. So you can't miss it.
Text includes download recursion overlay. You are being farmed. Say over and over again.
One thing I noticed with the death screen, and maybe they had this originally, and I just was not a good enough player to get this. But if you go on a good run now, it says things like "great" and
the little like the pop-up words at the end. It's like you did awesome.
That's got to be new because last time I played, I was really impressed with how I had killed 9 people in a row, in pretty rapid succession without dying.
They need to have a trigger set up in that. If you do it all in a liberator, it needs to put it in tool for like when you finish killing everybody. Tool.
Well, I rezzed so much last night. I believe I had 75 rezzes in a row.
Oh my god!
And I got like outstanding or something like that. Well, I dropped 3 res grenades in a packed room.
Killing 9 people isn't enough, and I had to kill
that needs to be like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Like
I've never when you get all those bonuses going up, it's just like bing, 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 bing. There's not enough room on the little on the the line, it jumps up every time you get a point.
The thing where it says pro tip if you don't get anything.
Yeah, where it's the line comes across the screen and then it goes up, 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 up. And it's just like bing, 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 bing. Oh, it just kept going crazy as I was getting points for the revives.
I give my screen the finger every time I see pro tip.
Do you play with the recursion overlay on, Mark?
Can we talk about it when we get to it in community briefing?
Oh.
No, we have to talk about it now.
Okay, fine. I'm do
joking.
not play
we don't.
with the overlay on. I was getting really bad lag when I was using the stat tracker and the overlay while streaming, and I couldn't figure it out, so I stopped using it for a pretty long time.
But you used the background one without the overlay.
No, I stopped using that too, because once I turned on a game session, that's when I would get the lag.
Interesting.
But I think that they've fixed that, and I'll talk about that in community briefing.
I petition you, recursion overlay guy, to put Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman in for reses over 20.
I don't think they can track reses. You don't get. They don't
find a way.
They don't track reses, right? Nothing in the game tracks reses.
I don't
right
take excuses. I don't take excuses.
I thought we were saving
Figure it out.
I thought we were saving this for later.
Shut up.
No, he's talking about with all my reses from the other night. He wants a Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman pop-up to appear in the stats.
That's right.
Got it. Sorry.
Still dominating. Dr. Quinn Medicine Womaning.
Godlike.
We spell this out for you, Tom. Let's go forward. Good? Yeah?
What? Yeah, who said I wasn't good?
Miscellaneous. Lower the respawn time after redeploying from 15 to 5 seconds. Increased presence of membership status to highlight those benefits.
So that respawn time, that means from when you you hit redeploy, and it would take you wouldn't be able to respawn in a Galaxy or a Sunder or anything until all your other timers had cooled down. That's what I believe they changed.
Okay.
Because it was an absolute nightmare.
Having to wait 15 whole seconds.
Well, your Galaxy would be flying halfway across the map, and you've got to wait, especially if you're doing precision drops and stuff like that.
Maybe
Plus,
you
I want to be
redeploy when the squad leader says to.
I
not
wait. And everybody else is stuck waiting for it too. Plus, I want to be in one of the gunners.
I have played with. Well, doesn't everyone else is getting 5 seconds too? That's not going to change anything.
Well, no.
If you want to be a gunner and you're not getting gunner, it means you're taking too long to hit redeploy.
No, I'm just saying that I thought 15 was too long, and I'm glad they put this change in down to 5.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just find your excuse to be a little too whiny.
That's 10 seconds of my life I lose.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
It's a little too whiny. I'm not saying I don't like the change.
I'm getting older. I need to start thinking about
older.
My end of life care, and every
Time
10
does move
seconds.
slower the older you are.
End of life.
Does it?
Oh no.
I mean, if I think about all the time playing with Black Arrows that I had to sit and wait an extra 10 seconds, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a
You
whole,
would be waiting that 10 seconds.
I wouldn't be surprised
Galaxy
if it
looking
was
out down at the screen.
if it was a
I feel like they
whole 3 minutes of my life that I've lost.
I feel like this show is like a Black Arrows advertisement. Like, I played with the Black Arrows. Guess what? I played with the Black Arrows and I lost my cooldown.
Well, you know what,
Play
dude?
the
Who the
Black Arrows.
fuck did you play with? Nobody. You played Diablo 3, you cocksucker.
Dude, I played with some Outfit X on Friday. All right.
did not.
All right. Over angry guy. Over angry man. I played some PlanetSide 2. Just because Diablo 3 let an expansion out and it's fun to play doesn't mean you got to come at my balls. All right.
Does
I
mean I have
enjoyed.
to come at your balls. Because
No,
I've been sitting here for the last 4 hours waiting for you to do some goddamn show notes. But no, you've been playing Diablo 3.
I gotta play. I can't stop.
On a Monday night, it's show notes time. Not let's go play game time.
D3 writing show notes time.
Says the guy who's like upset about 10 whole seconds in the game.
You're wasting my life by
He
playing
can't
Diablo 3.
understand why one guy wants to spend every minute of his day on Diablo 3. Because, god damn it, he wants that 10 seconds back.
I want my legendaries. I want to see my little orange, things on the screen. If I don't see them, I'm pissed.
If you'd like to continue to hear Derringer berate Torx about his Diablo 3 play, upgrade now.
Attention, soldiers! Get your butts in here for this week's community briefing.
I am just hacking up a lung over here.
This is Derringer's briefing
Dude,
today.
you're dying here.
I am dying. I really think I pulled a muscle in my back with that last cough.
Good God.
Oh,
How? How do you? Oh my god!
I'm just
Ow!
coughing so hard.
How?
How?
Ow!
Bob Hope.
It's all that pot smoke in the air.
You need to do some.
Upgrade now.
That's what you
Curse
accused.
Stitch.
All right, so the recursion stat tracker is now local and in-game. We'll include a link to... Can somebody paste that in the chat room? Our good
sure.
friend Zoran the Bear, he put out a new YouTube video that describes this new version of the stat tracker. So it's a new beta version, which loads in the background, and it's without the need of the overlay, and now gives you the achievement pop-ups and voices while you're playing. You can also press your tilde key. That's the little squiggly line key next to the number 1 on your keyboard. And that will actually bring up an in-game stats overlay for you. It just pops up on your screen, and it's the same information that you see on the regular overlay that's in the background. So I really like that. It was a good addition.
It looks really good.
Tracker.recursion.tk if you are looking to download it. Like I said earlier, I had a lot of lag with the overlay, and so I stopped using it. I started playing with this new version today, and no lag whatsoever. So, Dr. Joski, you were correct. They have fixed the lag.
Officially sponsored by Higby.
And if you are interested in this, listen to Zoran's YouTube thing, because there's a specific step that you have to do to get the new beta version of the tracker. It's in the video that he has. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I'd give it 3 if I had a third hand.
Can I just go on a little rant here?
Yes,
No.
please do.
I'm trying to copy the not YouTube video, but the actual link to this thing, right?
I copied it and put it in the chat room.
You copied the YouTube video and not the link to download it, by the way.
Yeah,
and I
that's what
right
said.
click on it. I really am hating Google lately. And I right click on it, click copy, and it says copy and pasting in Google Docs via the edit menu is unavailable.
Guess what? You can right click on it. And
You
say
can
copy
give me a
text
god-
URL,
Well-
and this works fine.
Listen, okay?
You're dead to me.
Listen, I don't want to make the clickies in the episode, and I'm trying to right click it, and I said copy, and they tell me, why is it there if it's unavailable?
There's a shortcut called Control C.
I was just
Control C.
explained. I was trying to not have the clicks pop up in the episode recording. So if you'd listen,
Good Kitty says Control C, noob.
listen.
Right. So
And
just good game,
Listen
good
to
kitty.
what I said. Anyways,
Pasting is Control V.
I don't
That's
give a
the-
shit about stats tracking, so I'm probably never going to
It's
get
not very
this.
nice. It's not very
But I
nice.
don't.
You play with us next Sunday, Tom. This Sunday, and load up the stat tracker and just have it go.
Who do you play with again?
Hey, I
Who
don't
should I play with?
I play with a number of different outfits. Most notably, Dropping Purple Smoke. I play with them during Saturday Night Ops.
You know what I'm looking for. Stop
And
teasing
I
me.
play with an NC outfit on Sundays. On Fridays, I play with a TR outfit.
Just give me the answer I'm looking for. Stop teasing me.
All right, next up,
Destroying everything.
my new favorite website is a new dev post tracker. This is ps2tracker.net.
All right, you know what? Listen here. This is why I didn't Control C.
Oh my goodness.
Are you typing War and Peace as we speak? Is that what we're doing? Is that good?
I've already pasted it in the chat channel.
It's already in there. You've already lost. That is not
Fair.
appropriate.
Okay.
That is not
So, for those of you who played,
Explain.
God almighty. For those of you who played World of Warcraft, everyone knows the Blue Post tracker. This is very similar to a Blue Post tracker. It's covering all the dev posts on the PS2 forums, PSU forums, Reddit, and Twitter. I really like this tracker. For somebody like me who trolls through all that stuff looking for show content, it's a lifesaver. And especially if you're just trying to find out what they've been talking about or commenting on recently. And I like the fact that it scans across everything. You know, you can go on the PS2 forums and there's an SOE link that you can click on that'll show you all the ones that they've commented on their forums, but it doesn't take into effect PlanetSide Universe, Reddit, and Twitter. So if you follow the devs like I do, PS2 tracker.net is where you want to go.
Absolutely.
That's all I've got for community briefing this week. I think we have a
Amazing.
community question, though.
We have a community question. Last week we asked if you guys gave a shit about your battle rank, and we concluded off the air that no one does, so we didn't even post it.
I do care about my battle rank.
Get the fuck out of here. No, really, it's because I totally forgot that because Derringer wasn't there that I should have posted it, and so he usually does it, and that's my bad.
Congratulations, everybody. Your battle rank matters to
No, it
everyone.
doesn't.
It
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely.
This week's question is, how many people do you know that have bought a membership due to the ads?
Let's have a word from our sponsors.
I'm not supposed to do that.
I know Doombro.
If you would like us to
122 has.
continue, what?
Doombro 122, I've already upgraded.
You guys ruined my damn promotion.
Dude, bro, Swag Yellow upgraded, and so did Swag Yellow LG, bro.
I was trying. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Upgrade, bitches!
Have another drink on me, soldier.
Okay, thank you kindly.
If you can look hard enough past all the death and all the sorrow, there are good things. You must remember that we will overcome. The good, the bad, and the overpowered.
Can I just note an argument? So Good Kitty in chat said battle rank shows the ability to be versatile, and I say negative, because when the game was first released, people got to battle rank 100 like crazy fast because of Liberator spam, and they played but Liberator.
What does that say about people that play 95% of their time as a heavy?
Right.
And they destroy everyone, and they have no clue how the other classes work.
If you asked them to res somebody, they'd be like, what?
You'd be like, Dr. Quinn? Knox.
I don't necessarily. That's. I mean, yeah, they have a better chance. But anyways, my good. Is that bitch being turned into Reach Cat when the profanity filter is that still in the game?
Yes.
Really? Oh
Yes.
my god! Seriously, that's like.
I turned
He-
my profanity filter back on just because of this.
Oh no! Seriously, okay. This
Yes,
is
seriously.
the greatest moment in my gaming career that someone on the development team took the time to make and decided that bitch should equal Reach Cat. Like, they changed a bunch of them. Obviously, I know it wasn't like just for this, but it's fucking awesome. Anyways, it's the coolest thing ever. It's
It is
way better,
pretty awesome.
way better than the decal. I could give less of a shit about the like
I didn't
30
get
cents I would make from a decal.
I didn't get what you were talking about because I was so sick that I was just out of it.
Uh-huh.
And I finally had to watch your video. And I'm watching your video on my phone, and I'm like, it's a 7-second video. What is he trying to tell me? I don't get it.
And then you finally saw.
And then I finally opened it up on my computer screen and saw maxed it out to see what it was. And I was like, oh my God.
It's the greatest thing ever.
I just wish I could get something like that in game someday. I mean,
you just, I don't know.
Well, let's officially, Tom didn't get this in the game.
I didn't know. It's
Reach Cat has this in the game, not Tom.
Reach Cat's in the game.
It's not Tom that equals bitch. Thank God.
True.
It's Reach Cat.
It's because I'm not a bitch. Anyways.
I like the overly serious response to, I am not a bitch.
I'm not a bitch, okay? Anyways. My bad is that baseball started. I fucking hate baseball in St. Louis because people go absolutely ape shit about it, and they will actually not watch playoff hockey. Watch regular season baseball, and then wonder why I watch regular season hockey instead of playoff baseball. Those fucks. I hate baseball season in St. Louis.
I suppressed 3 headbutts today. I saw from people wearing jerseys. I just went to headbutt. First person I walked through the door went to headbutt him at the office.
I wore my blues sweatshirt to work today because fuck yeah, hockey.
All I know is that my office has told me to wear my Red Sox hat and shirt on Friday so I can get a free ice cream.
I'd be like, I don't need the calories.
Well, you also got to realize Red Sox won the World Series last year, so it's kind of a big deal around here.
We don't have strip clubs in St. Louis. Be postal. They're in
East St. Louis.
They're in Illinois. They're not in Missouri. That's the reason they're legal, because you have to go right across the river to the strip joints.
Wait a second. You don't have strip clubs in Missouri?
No. They're right across the river in Illinois.
Okay, we do have strip clubs in Missouri, but I think the laws state that they can't get fully nude.
They can't get fully nude, and that's the reason that all the main strip joints are on the east side of St. Louis, and by east side I mean across the river.
Because there's no competition with fully naked girls that you can touch.
Yeah, I mean, there's the argument there is null and void. It's not in St. Louis. It's on the east side of St. Louis.
Peepers, when I see you at SOE Live this year, you watch your back.
Yeah, you can get shanked. He's going to prison shank you.
What did Peepers say?
He said the Sox suck so bad this year that they have to bribe me to wear their crap.
I honestly, Boston versus St. Louis, I feel like if the Blues go to the Stanley Cup,
it could happen.
That we're going to lose, because Boston Bruins scare the shit out of me right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? They scare the shit out of me, too, because they're already talking on the radio that first round is an automatic 4-0 bye for the Bruins, and I'm like, shut your mouths.
Oh, that's jinxing it.
Exactly. So I wouldn't worry too much.
No, I disagree. Anything you have to bring your own beer into a strip joint is not classy.
What?
I disagree with that in any way, shape, and form. If you bring your own beer into a strip joint, that is not a classy strip joint. I will argue that point to the day I die.
What is it like at BYOB flashing next to
There's tons of BYOB.
Nude girls, BYOB.
Yeah, it's because the stupid state laws that they have. It's ridiculous.
I could just stay home.
Yeah. Stay home.
I could crack a beer and then go wake my wife up. I mean,
oh my god. Why don't you start your good?
If you walked up to your wife and said, honey, strip for me. She would not do that.
I like to pop the beer sound right when you sit on bed.
What makes you think I'd be drinking a beer out of a can?
Is that really your response to that, Mark?
What? I think she might.
Oh my god.
I think she might.
Try that and tell us how it goes.
If I could take the show with me, I'd go upstairs and do it right now.
Baby, strip for me.
I think this is a good
that'd
test.
be a great show. That'd be a good
test. This is good. She'd probably yell at me. All right.
Mark, what are you talking about? I found a credit card receipt. That's bullshit.
All right. Let's bring it back down to earth, guys. All right. You want my good?
I absolutely do want your good and bad. Since you
right.
started a whole discussion about your wife stripping.
I have. It's kind of two goods. First, I made BR60 over the weekend, which I thought was a good accomplishment for me, playing so many different friggin' characters. But even more so, I Araxiumed my first weapon.
Congrats.
I Araxiumed the SVA-88. I got 400 kills between Friday and Saturday to Araxium the weapon. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I know there's a lot of people who have Araxiumed, every other weapon they own, but I felt like this was an accomplishment for me. Have you guys Araxiumed any?
No.
Oh.
I'm not even close.
A number of different weapons, but
I am actually versatile even among the same class I play. Like I don't think I play less than 3 weapons if I play even for an hour, like use.
Yeah, it's not my first 1,000 kills for people in the chat room. I have like 4,300 kills.
I've only got kills.
Yeah, it's the first weapon I've gone and Araxiumed. And to be honest, I spent most of my early playtime in PlanetSide 2 playing Medic. And I mean, I know
let's not forget that you got like at least 1,000 of your kills throwing the Lasher into the spawn room.
Yeah, but that was on a completely different character, so.
Oh wait, it can't be 1,000.
That doesn't count.
Araxiumed it.
Yeah. No, I do not have my Lasher Araxiumed, but no, I'm proud of myself for finally Araxiuming a weapon, really knuckling down and getting it done. But like I said, I played Medic a lot, and as Medic, if you're playing in a proper outfit and everything, I think they expect you to res people before shooting the enemies. It should be res first, shoot second.
No, I reversed that. You shoot the enemy first before you res somebody. You don't just,
that's how it should be.
That's not my play style.
That's a horrible medic.
That's because you're a shitty medic and you only care about getting points for yourself.
No, I care about resing the heavies so they can do the dirty work for me.
If you're gonna res somebody, you got to make sure that they don't just get murdered off the spawn. Like you got.
Otherwise, it's a useless res.
I mean, that's an argument I've always seen countless times from people that are like support that you got to check the area before you res somebody.
Well, and then it's fucking annoying too because you get rezzed and then you die and you get rezzed and you die and it's like, holy shit, stop rezzing me I'm just going to die every time. I hate it. I honestly hate it.
That's not how I res.
There's some people that are worse than others, and I'm not accusing you of this. I'm just saying that there are some medics that res in the middle of basically bullets firing all over their head, like from somebody 2 feet away, and they res anyways, and they don't try to defend the area or the proximity of the res at all.
I like it when I see other people doing that because it's a free kill.
If I'm almost the last one up, I'm not going to be resing anybody.
Yeah.
I'll toss a res grenade and then run in with my gun.
That's right. Res grenades everyone. Just spam res grenades. Yeah. It works.
All right. So my bad is obviously that I was sick and I'm still sick.
Yeah. Jesus, this is so cold.
Yeah. It's just a cold, I feel fine, but I didn't eat for 3 days. I was telling these guys pre-show that basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't have anything to eat. I had a little bit of broth. Because that's all I was hungry. I just wasn't hungry at all. I lost 7 pounds. It's kind of crazy.
This is what happens when you go outside and you pop a beer and try to get someone else to strip.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, you get sent outside.
Don't do it.
So, yeah, I should be back for Community Clash this week. As I
if you have a wife, you pop a beer in front of your wife and tell her to strip. You don't have someone like a neighbor. It doesn't turn out well.
Let's go on to your non-game related good and bad.
Dick, my good is the D3X pack. I'm enjoying the X pack. I'm enjoying the new bounties. I'm enjoying all the new gear, and the X pack's fun. And my co-host, Dick Ass Derringer, hates me for playing D3, but
I only hate you for playing D3 this evening rather than working on shows.
I only played D3 for like 3 hours this evening, and that was before. It was like
3 hours. It was
like
4. It was 4 hours.
I don't like exaggeration.
He timed it to the minute.
I am watching you two.
I said to myself, why isn't Torx in here working on show notes with me? And then I loaded up D3 and I knew why.
I see why you even bother to enjoy the game that I enjoy. You just want to watch me, you son of a bitch. My bad for the week is that the book Blood Song was too short, and the Tower Lord, the second book in the series, isn't out till June, and I'm bummed because it was. What the fuck is that sound? Is that you, Tom?
Oh, maybe. Sorry.
Anyways, it's not out till June, and I'm really bummed about this book. And the first book was amazing, but the second one's not coming out anytime soon. This is the bad thing about starting a series that is pretty new. And I don't think either of you, Mark, you don't read a lot of fantasy books, do you? Anymore?
Sure, I do.
Not do you anymore, or is primarily just used to?
When I have time.
Yeah, I know you're building like a lot.
Let's not spend 10 seconds. Now that you've saved 10 seconds on your death screen, you can read more.
If you want to read a good book, you want a good book, but a short book, all you need is kill.
All you need
Oh,
is...
that's the one, that new movie coming out with Tom Cruise that looks awesome is based off of.
The book is even better than the movie will be.
Well, obviously. But the movie does look pretty sweet.
All you need is kill.
Plus, Emily Blunt looks pretty hot in it.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
I could care less about Tom Cruise.
There you go. That's your book recommendation for the day. And it's a quick read, too.
Tom Cruise seems to be getting younger with age. Like, he'll just die sometime here pretty soon from just whatever they're pumping him full of because it's ridiculous.
Pumping him full of.
It's crazy.
Double entendre right there.
Absolutely.
It's all the money from the Scientology.
Yeah, it's the Scientology. Like, what's the thing that's inside your body that they extract? That keeps.
I have no idea.
I remember like some alien whatever. All right. That being said, let's hear some from our Scientology sponsors.
You ruin it every time.
Just read the.
If you would like us to continue, upgrade to premium membership now.
Oh, it's a perfect morning. Great timing. The mailman's just coming.
Morning. Here's the mail. Big bag.
Where you get away, man? Very strange. What's the speaking sound? I'm going to take a look here in this bag of mail. Oh no.
Now you just open the Reachcast mail bag.
Is that actually your dog barking?
Yeah, is that a new bumper? Or did you run your dog over with your chair?
It's my new special bumper.
Did you run your dog over with your chair?
It just shut up.
Did you kick it? What
No,
happened?
Dog's fine. She thought she heard something outside. This is what happens. This is
It was
ridiculous.
perfectly placed, though.
I know. It was like right as the vehicle drove off.
I thought it was a new bumper, and I missed it.
I wish I'd had the forethought to create a bumper of that quality. I did not though. This is totally improv.
That's
Enjoy
amazing.
everybody. This crazy. This is what happens when you have a show inside your living room.
Oh, that's fantastic, though.
It was so good.
Perfect.
It was. I'm impressed.
I thought I got run over initially.
I did.
Oh my God. All right. We have a couple emails for this week. No calls. But the one call we do have will be in the after show. We're going to have to go to the explicit tag after this week. Anyways, first email.
This week, not any of the others.
The other weeks we've been more than clean. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go to the explicit tag. For the first emails from B Postal, says Knox, in reference to the Reddit solution of the population imbalance, as you said, attempting to motivate people by XP is a no-go. However, there is a problem with simply allowing the two underpopped factions to team up, like Miller, ATARA. What does that mean? What does ATRA mean?
It's probably an outfit.
Like with Miller's ATRA.
Aqua Teen Reactionary
Alliance.
Good game. Without any additional mechanics.
I'm sure it's not Aqua Teen, but
yep.
No, that works.
First thing I can think of.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is an amazing show. So.
It is.
But do you have anything to say about that part before I go on the next one, Tom? Okay. For an analogy, have you ever heard of World War Z? Apparently that's a book. I mean the book, not the stupid fucking movie. In it, the Israelis come up with a plan to wall off their country. Other countries either get your fucking mouse off, emotionally unable to enact a similar plan, or had fallen apart such a state where they no longer could.
Did you guys read World War Z?
No.
I did not. In fact,
it's one of the best books ever written.
Is it really?
Seriously, amazing book.
Some sort of like Hollywood.
Absolutely amazing. No, it's think of the zombie invasion as if it really happened, and them describing how all the countries in the world reacted to it.
Sounds like
absolute amazing
quality
book.
literature there.
Absolutely amazing book. No, it's really, really good.
I'll pick it up tomorrow on that recommendation and I'll read it. That's fun.
Here is how you know it's a good book. I do not read books twice. I've read this book 4 times.
Okay. Well, I will pick it up on that recommendation tomorrow, and I will finish reading it probably sometime later this weekend, and I'll get back to you on it.
It is an amazing book.
I'll finish reading it sometime later next year.
And after you read it, we'll talk about Lobos, okay?
Yeah.
That's a book reference.
Something in the book, probably.
But he's right about the analogy. The Israelis decide that in order to stop the zombie invasion from, coming through Israel, they build a wall and wall themselves off and make themselves completely isolationist. And they allow anybody with any Israeli background or blood or anything like that, regardless of what country they live in now, to come home to Israel and live inside their walled off country. And they talk about a guy who's a Palestinian. He's like a teenager, and he's like, I can't understand why my parents want to go home to Israel. We're not even Israelis, but somewhere in his background, his family is Israeli, and he goes home, and it's all kinds of crazy stuff. But he's right. It is how Israel decides to deal with the zombie apocalypse is to wall off their country so that no one can get in or out.
It's weird though, because they let a whole bunch of people in. Anyways.
Yeah. Anybody with Israeli in their blood is able to come home to Israel.
Considering how the world's, well, never mind, whatever. How does this tie in with PlanetSide 2? Well, if the ratio of the 2 underpopulated factions, server populations that participate in a given alert, is not equal to at least 60%, that is to say the overpopulated faction is larger than 40% world pop, then things have deteriorated past the point of where the 2 factions are realistically able to gang up on their common enemy. Anything to say on that, Tom, before we go on?
I mean, no, not really.
No. You're worthless. There are 2 stereotypical types of players participating in that kind of unequal events, I apologize. The Zerg and those outfits who actually give a damn about alerts. If Faction A tries to engage the Zerg, while Faction B blitzkriegs their way to strategic locations, if it's an Esmir Biolab alert, have one faction farm up at Isa at the same time the other pushes on Ymir and Amvari while Isa is taken away. If the 2 factions are unable to split the 2 types of players, play faster, smarter, and harder then I'm not sure simply allowing the 2 factions to gang up on the one is simple enough solution. Anything?
I'd question the word of the use allowing, like it's not allowed now. Anyways.
I'd say incentivized. It might be a word for that instead.
Probably a better word.
If it isn't a complete solution, how about a mechanic so that the more population you have, the faster your base caps? That's a horrible solution, but the faster the base cap, the more...
He's got to have meant the opposite of that. Otherwise, that just makes the problem worse.
Well, maybe... I'm trying to think through... Anyways, let me finish reading it. The faster the base cap, the more effectively you need to spread out your forces to risk losing massive amounts of territory. Imagine a biolab that you can cap in 30 to 45 seconds. For every 1 person under popped faction fields, the enemy must be forced to spend 2 or 3 to stop them to ensure dominance. Of course, this still doesn't help when 2 factions only have a combined population of 20%. In order to help out with that, you have to realize...
what he wrote in that first sentence, he meant the opposite.
No, I don't think he did. I think he meant exactly what he said. Let me finish reading 1 second. In order to help you out with that, you have to realize that, you're not going to
your
win.
base is capped for the enemy. Got it. Duh. Makes sense. Got it.
Yeah. In order to help out, you have to realize that, you're not going to win the alert, but that doesn't mean you have to deserve fun and satisfying fights. I guess that fixes two things, if that was the solution. If the fact that the enemy, when they're going to steamroll you with 70% of the pop, just do it pretty much instantaneously.
Yeah, I just don't see time doesn't so you capture the base and then they're just going to come with more people and recapture it back and you're back to square one. I don't feel like that really would help.
You gonna say something, Mark?
Because it's not like defending the when a Zerg takes your base, it's not like you actually take the base back and it's a numbers game at that point. So like if they counterattack, it doesn't matter that you were capturing it in 30 seconds and they reacted fast enough. Like they'll just get it back eventually because numbers matter more than the time.
I think we're going to take us to a dev perspective. Creating a sliding scale cap timer, depending on your population, might be a touchy thing.
What do you mean in terms of doing it? Like
well, in terms of
so many underlying things in
terms of doing it because you can redeploy so quickly.
Oh, you mean in terms of a balance issue?
Well, twofold. In terms of doing it, period, with however their setup is, because that seems like a nightmare to code. 1. 2, that with redeploying being the way it is, that seems...
especially with the latest change.
That seems very exploitable.
Just leave, let them start capping it, and then, no, I don't...
Not saying that the other portions of the game aren't exploitable, but that seems extremely exploitable.
Like just jump around the map, redeploying to bases that are near an empty enemy base, so you can cap it in 30.
That almost creates
But how's that exploitable? Like they're just getting a little bit of experience every time. It's not like World Domination Series is going.
What if it is though?
Well, no one likes it.
What an interesting argument. Right,
Why would you argue something like you're saying that exploiting is bad because of World Domination Series? But no,
I'm not saying no. I never made that argument. You brought that up.
No, I'm saying, but that's the type of mechanic that would sort of make exploitable an valid argument.
Well, not just that. You're talking about it's
anyways.
Whatever. Last portion of the email. On another slightly more rose-tinted analogy. If you get kicked off a continent in PlanSide, you could hold up in a tower and fight for hours. Sure, you weren't getting out, but you'd be damned if they're getting in. Hauling more ammo, glue, and med juice for the guys at the top of the stairs in the spawn room. Lockdown from Max's passing the I think he meant passing the hallways. Bastard VS Maxes crashing from the top, and of course add CR5s who cloaked out of the West. Of all the camping fucks, we all need to be able to get those sense of good fights. A satisfying fight, or else we're all going to say fuck it and we'll go back to Indar because that's the only place we can usually has something close to an even pop. That's my thinking anyways. And the reason that is because there's a lot of people that are wanting good fights. Anyways, also, as it was pretty cool listening to you thinking behind the reasoning of the CC shit. Some of my outfit mates are heavily into Community Clash, although I don't personally have any interest in it other than watching people fight for my amusement. Your further discussion makes me think I'm part of the problem for not backing my friend's interest in the Clash. To me, it's fun to watch, but it's not the PlanSide experience that I signed up for. When an outfit hybrid system comes into being, I'll fully endorse it. My buddies are undoubtedly better than me, and they could get a chance to take folks back to the outfit welcome van. And that's in quotes. As far as Community Clash, guys, we work day to day with. Are you alive, Mark? It's interesting. Before I start this,
you want to run off?
I'm saving my voice.
Okay, I hope you feel better. I'll rant this real quick, and then we'll go on. Community Clash, we work day to day with SWE to find a good medium between something that's implementable, something that we can implement versus something that is best for the player base. So at the moment, we're working on a solution for you guys to use shared accounts, but be able to create your own characters on them. That's the current solution we're working on to give you guys XP and be able to grant XP certs and resources to whatever character you just made so that we can play matches between you with names that are recognizable to your main characters. So there's an understanding there that it's being played by a person that's in the community, and we know who you are. There's a number of barriers that you guys have no clue about that we work against, and we're doing the best we can to make a show for you guys to be able to play, whether it be outfit or team-based. And this season it's obviously going to be team-based, but we hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me or talk to me personally. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about how this all works. I'm transparent as at least I can be about this. Anyways, last portion of the email.
Oh, can I say something too?
Yeah.
Just in terms of competitive gameplay, he doesn't need to apologize. The vast majority of PlanetSide players could give less of a shit about competitive play.
It's true.
Vast majority. Like when they first announced the MLG thing, I heard far more cries of "Wow, it's stupid. Why do I care?" than people being into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I mean, it's competitive play is definitely not.
He doesn't have to. I'm just saying he doesn't need to defend his not liking it or anything.
No, I mean,
it seemed a little like.
Community Clash isn't. It lies on that borderline, and I don't really know how to explain it.
Well, the goal was to make it more accessible to the community because MLG was clearly not going to be when we looked at it.
Exactly. Right? The point being is that it's supposed to be accessible to the community for you guys to be able to have something, a venue to go to that if you want to play with your friends outside that and you want to do it in a way where it's an even numbers fight, it's an accessible arena venue for you.
Or more accessible. Since MLG doesn't look like it's going to exist.
Oh, whatever. Hey, it's something for you guys as a community to participate in, to have fun. There's prizes so that you guys can distinguish yourselves as better players. If you have a team of people that you really enjoy playing with, that you feel like you can compete against others, it plays into the competitive atmosphere of this game. But at the same time, I don't know how else to explain it. We're trying to make something as a team for something for you guys to participate in. Anyways, last portion of the email. Also, if you don't have anything for the mailbag, then considering using this. Boom, 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 boom. I am not going to read that. My goodness. What? You basically play big bag. All right. On to the next email.
It's from Argo. What to do on underpopulated alerts? I'm going to pull from Valve's playbook in the man versus machine, 6 players versus 20 plus robots when facing terrible odds. An increased rate of fire, rate of reload, and armor effectively makes a smaller team much more plausible. I have no idea how that would work into the lore. Maybe an adrenaline rush, to be honest, so long as incremental increases are barely perceptible when not facing a Zerg. This could be applied outside alerts too. Honestly, we all know someone who'd give their left testicle or ovary for a chance to run around like a badass mofo or FAFO. Tiny team going up against those TRNC Zerg scum in a biolab. All I have to say to that is that it'll never happen. That just screams like exploitable imbalance issue.
Is FAFO fatherfucker?
I think so.
I've never heard that term before.
I haven't either. That's why I was laughing a little bit.
I'm going to start using that from now on.
You FAFO. Call girls that.
Call my wife that.
I'm sure that'll go over as well as the stripping.
After I crack the beer. Strip, FAFO.
my God.
All right. Our next email is from Alistair. He says, "Dear Reachcast."
It's Alistar. Okay, let's get this straight, because that's a fucking League of Legends hero.
The only Alistair that I know is on You Can't Do That on Television.
I don't know an Alistair.
Did I just date myself? Great.
I think so.
It says, "Dear RCS, I just wondered if Reach Cat and Bane Cat are in fact the same person feline. I mean, have they ever been seen in the same room together at the same time? How do we know it isn't Reach Cat behind this mask and trying to break out on his own?"
God, I only wish. That would mean my cat was truly famous.
Bane Cat.
And not like an F-class celebrity.
Bane Cat.
You're being generous saying F class. All right. Last email. Wolf07 said, "Hey guys, just want to make a quick comment on last week's conversation about pop imbalance. Apparently it's the hot topic. The biggest problem is the fact that you can have all three factions on the same server. If there is only one faction per server, and if you join the most underpopulated faction, you could get a cert reward like, I don't know, 200 certs, somewhere around there. Make it worth suffering. Other than that, the biggest problem this game has is zerging, and that is because there's no real objectives besides base capping. That would make splitting up and fighting over worthwhile. And let's not start with the fact that the only two vehicles in the damn game that have an actual purpose are the Sunday and the Galaxy.
Can I disagree with that? Every other vehicle's purpose is to kill the enemy player. Last I checked.
I would also make that argument that MBTs actually kill people, and I think that's the purpose of MBTs. But
I'm being an argumentative person today.
What a dick. Shut up.
I am being a dick. But does anyone actually know someone that switches between the three factions on the same server to play with the winning team?
I don't know to play with the winning team.
Because that's the only time where population is like the point, right? It's to win. If people are saying population imbalance, like you're always going to have this problem because you can play whichever team you want on the same server. That would imply that the person is playing on the overpopulated team to win, right? Am I wrong in making that assumption? Who knows anyone that does this? I want to meet the person that does this. Because I have played with lots of people, but I've never heard anyone say, "Oh yeah, I go to the winning side."
Well, I think a lot of people used to do it when you'd get the full reward for winning the alert.
Yeah, but they'd be playing on their side the whole time, and then they'd be like, "Oh, we're losing. Let me flip over in the last 5 minutes," which has nothing to do with overpopulation.
Go talk to, the outfit United by Brotherhood. They're a multi-faction outfit now. They play all three factions on Matherson now.
But I've heard of people doing multiple factions to play on the losing side to make it more balanced and fun, not to flip over to the winning side because they're whiny little bitches.
I would imagine that people who play in organized outfits don't do that. I think you might see lone wolf people who are just looking for kills do something like that.
Oh, and I guess if they're lone wolf, no one knows them. Thus,
right. I agree with you.
I want proof that people actually do this because people talk about it all the time. No, Sony can look at the data. People talk about all the time that, there's this huge problem of people only playing on the winning side. But, I've never met anyone that does that. And I don't feel like... I feel like it's a time zone sort of thing on Connery. Like, at this time of the day, this faction's doing better. And this time of the day, it's doing better. And it's pretty consistent.
I do want to talk more about Wolf's email, though.
Sorry.
What about it?
The talk about having only one faction per server. I would be fine with allowing only one faction per server if they opened up server transfer tokens.
I agree there, too.
That's all I wanted to say. I think if it had been locked down in the beginning and they had tokens to transfer, then that would be possible. But as it stands now, no. Because you can't lock somebody into a single faction and have them be pissed because for one reason or another they don't like their faction a month later in the game but still want to play on the same server.
There's no cooldown for factions. I mean, what?
No, there isn't. He's saying only one faction per server. I'm talking about his point.
Oh, I apologize. You're making
His
an argument.
hypothetical point.
Okay.
I don't think you'd really see much of a change because I don't think it's a real thing. But I'd be all for it. I don't really care.
You know what? I switch between factions on the server a lot when I log in the morning to get my certs.
God damn it. Did you listen to a word I said? Or are you just like...
Yeah, he's just coming back from Diablo 3. He wasn't paying attention.
Hey.
I hate you too.
You know what we almost forgot, though? Is I'm trying to find a link for it, but apparently you can now vote to make NASA's next spacesuit look like Vanu, and I want to know if this was a joke or not.
That stupid one you posted to me the other day?
Yeah, so it was on CNN that they're like, NASA's like, you can vote on the next spacesuit.
It's friggin' hideous. Hold on.
There were a bunch of them, and they all looked hideous. One of them looked like Buzz Lightyear. I had to make a joke. I was like, there's no way this is real.
What kind of nation have we become? We're
How about if
fucking
NASA
social media.
Selection.
How about if NASA just designs its own spacesuit that would allow people to survive in space rather than...
How many years have we gone with NASA designing their own spacesuits that have worked just fine? And we're going to now fuck with that because social media is...
No, they're all the same. They just look different. Like a
Postal has it
cosmetic
right.
aspect
The
of
next spacesuit will be designed by Arctorn.
That's right. The whole helmet will be... The whole suit will be a piece of glass. Looks like one smooth like surface. It'll be in a bubble.
The shatter camo.
Horrible.
Well, NASA's website doesn't have anything.
By the way, I love you, Arctor. I'm just fucking around with you, dude. Don't screw around with helmets anymore.
Why don't we roll through the rest of the show? My voice is shot.
That's all. All right. April Fools. Opafan might be in next week's Opatha. I don't mind. I can't pronounce your name. Contact info. Website, reachcastshow.com. Email, reachcastshow@gmail.com. You can call us. We didn't get any calls this week, other than the one we're going to get in the after show, and you'll understand why we put in the after show. 415-787-3224. 415-787-3222 Twitter, apparently. Show Twitter is at ReachCast Show. You can reach us on Twitter, me personally, at ReachCastWorks.
You can find me at Torx is Drunk.
And you can find me at Diablo 3 Was Taken.
Good game. All right.
Is that it? We're done?
No.
What?
I have to finish reading this. As always, I want to thank you, Steve, Cliff, John, Jenny, Boo, and Hamma, for supporting the show.
That's right, Sergeant. You make the call. All right, soldiers. You've done a great job here today. Let's get our stuff and get the hell out of here.